Hi everyone, welcome to week 10. In this week, we are going to try to go on the following topics. We are going to identify the types of the reactions, and we want to predict the products of the reaction. And also, we want to learn about how to write a complete balanced chemical equation using the formulas or name of the reactants. So let's start our lesson by talking about the types of chemical reaction. Actually, we have 5 types of chemical reaction. The first one is combination reactions. The second one is decomposition reactions. The third one is the single replacement reactions. The fourth one is double replacement reactions. The fifth one is called combustion reactions, and that will be discussed briefly in the second semester. So please have a few minutes and watch this video before you come to the class. The first one is the combination reaction, or sometimes we call it synthesis reactions. And in these reactions, we have two or more reactants, two or more elements. They combine together to form one product. So the simple combination reaction, we have two or more reactants. For example, I have A react with B. And this is, as we said before, this side is the reactant side. So A plus B, it will give one product, AB. For example, the carbon solid is the physical state plus oxygen gas, and oxygen must be written as O2 because it is diatomic molecule. This combination reaction or synthesis reaction between both of them will give one product, which is the carbon dioxide gas. Another example, SO3 plus H2O give H2SO4. As you can see that we two elements reacted together to give one new product. Another more examples. For example, the status of liberty turning green. We notice that, like, why it happens? Because the copper, this is the first reactant, react with the oxygen gas to give copper 1 oxide, which is green in color. So this chemical reaction, the evidence of the chemical reaction will be there, like the change in the color. Also the rusting of iron. Iron react with the oxygen. We can see that we have two reactants, and they will give iron 3 oxide, and this is a new product, one product. Okay, and also the evidence of the reaction will be the change in the color. The second type of chemical reaction is the decomposition reactions. And in the decomposition reaction, there is one substance which will split or decompose into two or more similar substances. So if I have in this side, this is the reactant, which is AB. We will see that this reactant will split into A and B. So these are products. So they are decomposed. It's like split, becomes smaller. For example, the carbonic acid, which is the phase in the sodas, pop cans, and other carbonated beverages, will decompose over time, like spontaneously. If like you shake it, it will decompose quickly. But if you leave it, it will decompose spontaneously into carbon dioxide and water. So this is the reactant, which is the carbonic acid, decompose into H2O, water liquid, and carbon dioxide gas. And that's the carbon dioxide gas is the bubbles we see. And that's the evidence of the chemical reaction, is the formation of bubbles. Another example, The sodium nitrite in airbags, it decomposes into nitrogen gas and sodium solid after a fairly small impact. And this process is used to inflate car bags during the collision. If I have the sodium oxide or sodium nitrite, this is arrow. So this arrow, which is separate between the reactant side on the left side and the product. So this is the sodium nitrite. It decomposes to give sodium solid and nitrogen gas. And the nitrogen gas, that's the gas which will fill the airbag. So this type of reaction is called decomposition reaction. AB decompose to give A plus B. So let's go to the third type. The third type of the chemical reactions is called single replacement reactions. In the single replacement reaction, we have one element takes the place of a different element in another reactant compounds. Let's have an example. I have a reactant A and the other reactant is BC, that's a compound. So the A will replace the B, will come and like take its place. So the products will be AC plus B. Let's have an example. The aluminum, the reactions between the aluminum and the silver sulfide. In this case, the aluminum will replace the silver to give aluminum sulfide plus silver. And this method used technically for polishing burnished silver. Another example, the reaction between the zinc and the HCl to give zinc chloride and hydrogen gas. So we will see that the zinc will replace the hydrogen to give zinc. And put in your mind that this chemical reaction, the evidence of the reaction is the formation of gas bubbles. The fourth or the last type of the chemical reaction we are going through in this course is the double replacement reactions. In the double replacement reaction, a positive ion in a compound will replace, or the positive ions will switch. How that? Let's have two reactants, AB plus CD. This is the positive and this is the positive. So the positive ions will switch. That ADBC. Let's have an example. The silver nitrate, that's ionic compound because the silver is a plus potassium chloride. That's also ionic compound because potassium is metal. So the silver will switch with the potassium to give silver chloride plus potassium nitrate. And please take care, that's when we write the product, we start also with the positive side, with the positive ion. So that will give silver chloride, they generally switch it. The A and C switch between each other. You can make it like an arrow like that, they switch it. So that will give AD plus BC. So the product will be silver chloride plus potassium nitrate. This table is summary for the reactions types, the four types. The first one is the combination or synthesis reaction. And in this case, or in this type, we have element A combined with B to give one product, AB. Example, the calcium, which is solid, react with the chlorine gas to give calcium chloride. The second type is the decomposition reaction. And in this case, we have one reactant split or decompose to give A and B. For example, the iron will give decomposed iron solid plus sulfur. The third type is the single replacement. And in this type of the reaction, the reactant A react with the reactant BC, so this is the compound, and in this case, the A will replace B. So the product will be AC plus B. So that's called single replacement. As an example, the copper solid, when it reacts with the silver nitrate, the copper will replace the silver to give copper to nitrate and the silver. The last example in our course is the double replacement. So in this case, the AB react with the CD, and we said that the positive ions will switch. So the product will be AD plus CB. For example, barium chloride, when it will react with the potassium sulfate, this is the positive side or the positive ion, and this is the positive ion. So both of them will switch between each other. So the product will be barium sulfate, potassium chloride. We want to connect between our study in the chemistry and also about the health. So we will have health linked example on the double replacement reaction. The magnesium hydroxide, which is called milk of magnesia, to treat heartburn acting with the excess of HCl in our stomach. So if in our stomach we have excess HCl, the milk of magnesia will react with the excess HCl, and this is the magnesium hydroxide, and this is the positive ion. This is ionic compound, and this is the HCl. So the H is positive. So in this case, they are going to switch between each other to give magnesium chloride and water. So that will be the end of our class today, and I hope to come to the class tomorrow so we can practice. And also, please, if you have any questions, submit it in the Linuit, which I will send the link with the announcement. I will send it to you on the Blackboard. So bye and see you tomorrow.